This time on Aussie Gold Hunters, the Gold Gypsies bring in the heavy artillery.
This is awesome.
But will it be enough to kickstart their season?
That is hard.
Victoria Diggers' quest to find monster nuggets
Watch out, mate, there's another snake there.
is derailed by a deadly predator.
Yeah, they get pretty aggro, the little ones.
He's
mate.
aggro, all right.
Their venom is extremely potent. One wrong move can mean your life.
And the Marnies make a gold discovery
Get started.
that breathes new life into an old hunting ground.
Great start.
This week, one team
Don't hit it.
It's going to be gold.
will break all records.
Oh, mate.
Hope it's a 36 ouncer and that's it. We're on holiday.
Unearthing the biggest gold nuggets ever found by our Aussie gold hunters. Three days' drive from the desolate West Australian goldfields is the lush green state of Victoria. In the 1850s, over a third of the world's gold came from here, including the biggest nugget on the planet. And while Australia's biggest gold mines are now based in Western Australia, seasoned prospectors Neville Perry and Mick Clark have invested over $1 million, convinced there is still big gold to be found in Victoria.
I'm pretty excited about this bit of ground.
Mate, we have wanted to get into this bit of ground, so now's our chance.
Neville and Mick have purchased 210 hectares in order to mine a 1.9 kilometre stretch of historic mine shafts, which sink down into an ancient riverbed called German Gully.
Well, there was a 25 just up here recorded. There was a 17 down lower.
Yeah.
And right at the intersection of the main lead, there was over a 90 ounce.
90 ounce.
Right at that intersection. So what's held up here, and we're here for the big nugget.
Dead right.
And what the old miners have done here, they've really hammered this bit.
Their plan involves using modern machinery and gold detecting technology to target the ground between the old mine shafts.
The old miners, from sinking their shafts down, they've only removed maybe 50% of that ground. So there's still 50% that has been untouched.
As you know, Nev, the nuggets don't get any bigger. It's no good leaving them there to grow.
They're just sleeping, waiting to be found.
Let's get into it.
They're using the gold they find to fund their ongoing operations, starting with mining the smaller, shallower gullies which feed into the main lead.
These gullies that feed down to the main lead are easier to dig because German Gully running along the bottom there drops into 40 feet. So there's a lot more expense, bigger machinery involved to get us down there. Keep back, mate, keep back. You'll be angry.
After a dangerously slow start to their season,
I want bigger than that.
their quest for big nuggets was bolstered by an $11,000 fine.
They're the ones we want to see.
And after discovering a large amount of fine gold in their stockpiles,
That is a pretty unbelievable result.
their $1 million investment could be starting to pan out.
I'd love the opportunity, right, to potentially work with you on this fine gold.
But after 5 weeks of mining Penzam's Gully, they've only unearthed 8 of their 150-ounce season target. And now, the Victoria Diggers are targeting a new lead called Charlie's Gully.
Charlie's Gully is a much bigger lead coming down out of the hills than what Penzam's was. So, and it's got the history. It has got the history to say that there was some good gold come down through there. But win or lose, we dug Penzam's and finished it off. Wasn't bad, wasn't that good either. So get into Charlie's Gully.
You're always arriving to work with optimism every single day. So it's just the excitement of the chase. Win or lose, we do dig everything. Just in case something's hanging out on the side.
Already I can see it's a different type of ground straight away. You can clearly see a different colour of mineralisation.
Hopefully, we might be able to get something that like this region and area is known for. You know, big nuggets. Anything in the multiple ounces would be good to see right now.
Another snake. Watch out, mate. There's another snake there.
Righto, mate.
A little one.
Where'd he go?
He's just on the other side of the bucket.
Righto.
Adult eastern brown snakes are the second deadliest land snakes in the world, and baby browns are just as lethal. One bite could kill within minutes.
Just watch him.
Yeah, they get pretty aggro, the little ones,
He's
mate.
aggro, all right.
2,500 kilometres to the west, the historic gold mining town of Kalgoorlie is buzzing after what's believed to be the largest specimen gold find in Australia. Over 9,000 ounces of specimen gold embedded in quartz rock was unearthed 500 metres below the ground, delivering a $15 million payday.
Righto, guys. Who's ready to go for this season?
I'm ready.
For small-time prospectors like the Marnies, who don't have the means to hunt underground, they have to rely on finding surface gold, known as alluvial.
Finding big gold's every prospector's dream, but the reality of it is the gold around Kalgoorlie's getting harder to find now. We've got a heap more people on the ground, and we're starting to run out of places to go.
Ted and Lecky Marnie make their living hunting gold. Last season, this husband and wife duo were joined by their daughter Tyler to help find enough gold to replace their ageing four-wheel drive.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Oh, overload!
Wait, what is overload on?
Well, they overload on about 16, so that means we've smashed the target. Well done.
The Marnies finished the season with 63 ounces, a $101,000 payday, allowing them to buy a late model four-wheel drive.
Hey, this thing's awesome. Nicest car I've ever owned.
Just a little upgrade from the old one, hey guys?
Yeah, I think there's probably something like 25 years between the two of them, so yeah, a bit of difference.
Raised in the goldfields, Tyler's prospecting career is a long way from her off-season day job as a professional model and fashion designer in Perth.
Maybe that's the top, you want to try them on?
Using her profit from last season's gold haul, Tyler launched her own jewellery and swimsuit label, but is struggling to cover the expenses.
I've got a massive debt. I've got about $30,000 in debt from starting the business and all that comes with it. It's a lot of money, so I've got a lot riding on this. It's a lot of stress. I'm quite young, I'm only 23. I just want it paid off and done, and I want to really start this business off on a good note. Gold is super important. Without the gold this season, I am going to be in a lot of trouble. So what are we thinking for the target?
I was just talking to Mum, probably about 30 ounces we reckon to be a pretty realistic target.
Guys, I need at least 60 because that's only 20 ounces each, and I would not be able to do this for any less.
60 ounces split three ways would give Tyler enough money to cover her business expenses.
How about if we bring it down to 45? You go 50-50. That gives it 22 and a half ounces. What do you reckon?
How about if we bring it down to 45, and that'd be 22 and a half ounces each?
What, do you mean split it down the middle? Like I get half, you get half?
Yeah, 50-50.
Thank you so much. I can't even explain how
How much that means to me, Mum and Dad.
The 50-50 split would deliver Tyler a $36,000 payday, getting her out of debt to keep her new business venture alive.
We into it?
Yep.
There's your
Fine.
backpack tie. There's
Thank
my
you.
backpack. We can use this as a search call.
Yep.
You and Mum can work around these dry blows here, and I'll work out a bit wider and go for a bit of a longer walk and see if I can't locate something. This gives you a lot better coverage because it's 24 inches long, so I can take 24-inch steps.
Yep, that makes sense.
And you can only take steps half that size. Sound like a plan?
Right,
Righto, I'm going this way.
See ya.
See ya.
The Marnies are detecting a pending lease. which is open to anyone to prospect until the claim is finalised with the Mines Department. Ted's research shows over 250 ounces was discovered here in the 1950s, and the ground has all the right indicators for gold.
Currently, I'm just having a look around on a bit of greenstone here. We've got a little bit of quartz mixed through with it. There is a bit of mineralisation in the quartz, which is always a good indicator around the greenstone. And we've got good old she oak trees there with us as well, which shows us there's a bit of iron around as well. So that's all good indicators for gold. Now all we've got to do is find the gold.
Ooh. Hey, Mum, I've got a decent signal. Do you want to come over?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a bit more wobbly.
The wobbly sound the detector is making indicates the target has an uneven surface, like a nugget. Chasing a $72,000 season target, the Marnies can't afford for this to be anything but gold.
Oh, that sounds bloody good.
On the east coast of Australia, Victoria diggers Mick and Neville are dealing with another deadly brown snake.
Yeah, they get pretty aggro, the little ones,
He's
mate.
aggro, all right. Just watch him. I'll just see if there's any others here. There's no others, you're safe.
No, just watch his head.
Apart from that one.
Yeah.
They're nasty, those little ones.
While the snake is much smaller than the 5-foot brown snake they removed from their pit a few weeks ago,
My heart's still racing.
it's still extremely dangerous.
These little fellas, a lot more venomous than the larger snake. Their venom is extremely potent. One wrong move can mean your life. I'm just going to move him on, walk him over to the bush. I'll release, but I'll be moving my hands away exceptionally quickly because I don't need him to strike back at me. So I'll just put him down there. They might be there protecting those hidden treasures that we're looking for. So I'll let him do his thing and I'll just get back to work.
Despite the unwelcome distraction, Neville and Mick have worked their way into a new lead called Charlie's Gully, which is showing early signs of some promising geology.
This tells me where we're digging here now that we're moving into Charlie's Gully definitely because of the red drift that's coming through in the pit, and also we've just hit a reef line that's exposing itself in the actual wall of this pit. So there's beautiful big discoloured quartz boulders which when mixed with the ironstone, it's pretty much where the gold's come from. So Charlie's Gully is a lot gnarlier, rockier, more red drift, so therefore it's got a bigger, stronger chance of holding up nuggets. Yeah, it's looking good. Hopefully we're on it. We'll see how we go.
I got two noises, Mick.
Yep, we'll plug it in and let's hear it.
This one here, that's a really deep groan.
That sounds
inside wall. Right in the side wall, mate. Yeah, that's a good noise, mate.
That sounds solid. That is good-looking ground. Get into it. Oh,
She's still sounding good, mate.
yeah, mate, that sounds very good. It's got that beautiful mellow sound. I think it's sounding pretty good to me.
I'm pretty hopeful.
Hopefully it's still in there.
No.
She's out. Still sounds good.
I got it.
Gold, what do you got?
Oh, I felt it, mate. Yeah, she's gold.
Beautiful. What do we got? That looks good. Ounce or two?
Here we go.
Look at the colour. That's an easy 2 ounces. Easy 2 ounces. That is a beautiful bit of gold.
High five.
High five. That's a beauty.
That's what we're looking for.
$3,500 nugget. Right there.
The find takes the Victoria Diggers gold tally over the 10-ounce mark. But they need Charlie's Gully to produce the monster nuggets it's renowned for if they have any chance of hitting their 150-ounce season target. On the other side of the country, 100 kilometres north of Kalgoorlie, are gold gypsies Greg and Chris Clark.
Exciting day.
Exciting.
Today, they're about to be reunited with their excavator, which has finally been repaired.
It's been too long, actually.
Oh, well, as usual, we've had to wait.
After acquiring a new 6-hectare lease called Horseshoe Gully, the gypsies have struggled to dig through the hardened calcrete surface using their loader.
It's so frustrating. I've done damage to the machine already. This is not the right machine to do this work for.
The right machine is their 22-tonne excavator, but Greg and Chris have had to spend their entire profit from last season.
Should I be sitting down?
At the moment, probably what we're looking at is about 20.
On a $20,000 repair bill. And despite a rare alluvial find down an old mine shaft,
Gypsy Queen. It's like 20 grams, half ounce, and it's all smooth.
the gold gypsies are 3 weeks into their season with just over an ounce of gold in hand. Greg and Chris have received special permission from a mining company to transport their excavator along a section of private haul road to get to their lease.
Light vehicle, escorting, wide load, westbound. Look at this thing. Oh, that's the joys of living on a mining lease, sweetheart.
Yeah. Funny to let the big trucks know.
Yeah.
Not even halfway through the day, where is
I couldn't believe that. You call up, there's a quad coming at you straight away.
I would think, eh?
You know those trucks are about 160 tonne, 180 tonne.
Yeah.
Imagine that running into the excavator. They rip the whole track clean off it. The front of the tracks are on the ground. We're halfway off and all is well.
The drop-off point is 5 kilometres short of their lease. And while Chris drives back the long way, Greg has devised a shortcut, which involves tracking their excavator through thick, bushy terrain.
We are off. And it'll take about 2 k's off. That's nearly an hour.
While the shortcut will save time, Greg can't afford to damage their machine, especially after spending $20,000 to get it back.
I've got about 300 metres to go before I'm in the lease. I'm going up an old grid line here at the moment. It's not really a track.
The grid line marks the perimeter surrounding their lease.
What's this? It's supposed to be a grid line.
But a large trench on the neighbouring lease is blocking access, and Greg doesn't have the right equipment to fill it in.
Oh, what the bloody hell's going on here?
To turn back now will take hours. Time the gypsies just don't have.
Hey, Dad.
Roger, Roger.
I've got a pretty decent signal if you want to come over and have a look.
Yeah, right, I'll be there in a sec, fella.
20 kilometres south of Kalgoorlie, the Marnies are attempting to find as much gold on a pending lease before someone else beats them to it.
Ooh, that does sound pretty nice, doesn't it?
Nice and wobbly.
Epic musical.
The ground looks all right, hey?
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah. Looks virgin.
The ladderite's nice. All right, let's hope it's still in there.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Hopefully it's a 10 ouncer. Hopefully it's a 36 ouncer and that's it. We're on holiday.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to dig or you're
Oh,
on?
you dig.
Yep, so.
Nice. It's too hot out here to be working for nothing.
Let's see if it's still in there.
It's still in there.
Come on, baby.
Very happy. Just a good ride.
Pretty close now.
Yeah. I'll just go around the outside.
Yep. Don't hit it.
No, I've never hit one, so.
Oh, she's out.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're in good wash.
Will you get down and get it,
You
Ty?
get it, Ty, that's.
You found it.
This is the best bit.
Yep, that's the best bit.
It's you right.
Get stuffed.
What a ripper.
Check
Oh
that
my
out.
God.
That's a good looking bit.
That's a beauty, Ty. Absolute beauty.
The 1 ounce nugget is a $1,600 find and another step closer to Tyler's dream of keeping her fashion business alive.
Only 35 more and we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get going to work, Ty.
Yeah, you better hurry up. Whack that in there.
Oh, look at that.
Well done. No, it's a great start.
Pressure's
Well done.
on now, Teddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting our kicked.
Well done, Ty. Well done.
Only one way over it. That's straight over it. That's it. One way, do or die.
While the Marnies are on gold, back at Horseshoe Gully, Greg's shortcut to track his newly repaired digger onto their lease has hit a roadblock, with a large trench on the neighbouring lease blocking the access track.
I can't really go around it because there's way too much vegetation. I think it'd just be easy if I just straddled it and went straight over it in one go. That's the only logic I can see.
Having spent well over their profit from last season on the $20,000 repair bill, Greg can't afford to damage the machine.
Get up on the heap a little bit, reach right out. Right out, a little bit more. Right out. Straddle, balance. Now, hopefully it'll stay balanced for me. 180 degrees. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Sidewall's given away on me. Tell to go down then.
If Greg slips a track off the machine, he could be up for a $5,000 repair and further delays.
Drop that down there, take the weight, and we should be able to push ourselves out. Doing so, I managed to cross the trench safely. Made it. Out of it. Bloody normal. Watch yourself.
I didn't miss the dust.
This is much awaited, very much anticipated.
Once on site, Greg wastes no time putting the machine to work.
Oh, that is hard. Geez, I can notice a difference in this engine already, eh?
Well, that's good. You can go faster now.
This is awesome.
While the Gold Gypsies are just starting to rip through the thick layer of calcrete, 2,500 kilometres away in the Victorian goldfields, Mick and Neville are 12 feet down into the bedrock of Charlie's Gully on their quest to find monster nuggets.
I just got a signal there from Nev.
Just not sure.
What that means to me is he looks up at me and gives me a shake of the finger. He's getting some sort of noise there. So all that means to me is next time I cut past there, I just take a gentler cut. So I'll just take another lighter cut in that corner. Just see where we're at.
If it's anything, it's deep. Just take one more.
Just take a shallow cut. So I'm just going to trim it off for him, like that. Leave the dirt there in case whatever it is, I pull it out, because he needs to detect it.
Yeah, that's good noise.
Oh, he's got a noise. He's got a target. Target?
That's the good noise, mate.
Right on the corner of the bedrock.
Right on the corner of the bedrock, but it sounds like it's actually down in it.
Okay.
There's an old digger's hole there.
Yeah.
And there was one right here.
Yeah.
So it could be a bit of crap.
You want me to cut it or you want the pick?
Just grab me the big pick, mate, just in case.
The big pick?
Yeah.
Not the little one in your back pocket?
No.
Right.
The old diggings are over 160 years old, and without a detector, the old miners could have been within millimetres of a mother lode without knowing.
That's an old-timers digger's hole. And that's another old-timers digger's hole. You can tell by the mix-up of stuff that's in it. That is right in the bedrock high clay bottom, Mick.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping it's not...
Oh, pickhead.
A bit of rubbish from the old miners.
Or a pickhead.
You want to dig that for me,
I'll
do you?
just slide it out a bit. Let's have a closer look.
There's a bit of a wash gravel here that's coming into this decomposed slates. If the old miners haven't gone down into that, which by the looks of that they haven't.
It's pretty firm.
It's been tricked before.
With pickheads and...
With, bits of pieces of, handles of buckets. Because the old hole's there, we're probably not overly confident.
After making a strong start with a $1,600 fine, the Marnies have spent the past few days detecting a pending lease near Kalgoorlie without hitting a single target.
The gold around the Kalgoorlie area, we've noticed over the years, is actually getting harder to find. Basically now very hard to get a patch. You're generally looking for pieces, even though they can be bigger. I mean, people have been coming to Kalgoorlie for 125 years, and they're all looking for the same thing, exactly what we're doing. And no one puts the gold back.
Something there. Only make a bit pick out. She doesn't sound big. She's out. Right. What we got? There we go. I'm on the board. You beauty. Little flat nugget. She'll probably only be about a 0.8. Hopefully it start to many, many more. Fingers crossed. Well, it's a pretty bit anyway. Ty might be able to use it as a earring, maybe.
The $40 nugget is a long way short of their $72,000 goal, which Ted and Lecky need to reach if they have any chance of helping their daughter Tyler this season.
We're a long way off our target, but also because Ty's getting up her time to come out and get enough gold so she can start her business. So for Teddy and I, that's our main aim. She works very hard. She does over 12-hour days every day to get this business off the line. And now she needs the money to complete what she's doing.
I'm super determined to get that target. That's all I've ever wanted to do is run my own business, and I won't let it fail. We're going to do everything we can to get that money because it's so important to me and Mum and Dad. Ooh, it's a signal. Doesn't sound too bad. Could be a bit of rubbish that the old guys left behind. Not a bad signal. Not too pingy. It's in the right kind of stone too, which is a good sign. It's just in there. If it is gold, it should be a decent size, hopefully. The ground's really hard. Right. We're getting close, whatever it is. Another little dig.
The signal is strong, which could indicate a big nugget.
Right. Should be screaming at us now. No, she's out. God, I hope this is a bit of yellow. Right in there. It's close to the surface of that pile because of how loud the signal is. Oh, it is. Oh, look at that. That would be a perfect little pendant piece.
Tyler's second find for the week is valued at just over $300.
Hopefully Mum and Dad have some more runs on the board now.
"120 kilometres north at Horseshoe Gully, Greg and Chris are desperate to find their first nugget in the hard calcrete surface after finally getting their excavator back online.
Slow start of the season. You get to pick the pace up. Oh, geez, it's so good to have you home, big girl. Hey, old girl.
What an exciting day.
Oh, what I got's calcrete. Basically, it's Mother Nature's concrete. It's cat rock, prevalent in most places around the world, but West Australia's really got a lot of it. It's just everywhere here. You've got gold in this, you'll get a noise, it'll definitely be gold. It's sedimentary. It could be old ocean floor, mostly a mud base of a lagoon or a lake or something like that. But there's all the different colours in it. I like that because it's mineralisation. We get most of our gold in this red ionised state here.
Oh, I'm going up this side, where the calcrete is. I got to start here.
There's no reason why you can't start detecting up around there, eh? Philip, I got my right arm back finally. Gold in that there calcrete.
I've got Greg likes to see the first nugget come out of the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And I've already put the magnet in with no luck.
Yeah. Promising ground by the sounds of that. That sounds nice.
Could this be the first one?
Yeah.
I love it when it screams.
This isn't like a decomposed calcrete, this one.
Oh, please be in the concrete. You think it's a nice nugget? I think it's about here, actually.
That's it there.
Is it?
That's it there. Yeah, that's gold.
Oh. Really?
Congratulations. We got the first bit of gold. Yeah. I hit it with the pick though, but it's definitely gold.
No.
We're looking at about $80, eh?
Oh.
$100.
Thank you, excavator.
But it's a start. She's going to pay herself off. So it's a start.
We need to find out about another 50,000 of these.
That's all right. That's all right. We've got plenty of room yet. I mean, you've only just started here.
Look at this.
But this calcrete here,
check it
is
out.
exceptional. And you can feel it when you hit it. You can feel it vibrate under your feet.
The $80 nugget marks the first gold find in the calcrete surface for the Gold Gypsies. 2,500 kilometres east in the Victorian goldfields, Mick and Neville are chasing a much bigger target buried deep in the bedrock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's just sliding perfectly in, mate. And in actual fact...
Let's have a listen to that.
In actual fact, it looks like the hole's only come down on top of that because that's just...
That's natural.
That's just natural on the slates. You know, so...
Stands a chance.
That's sounding pretty good.
Tell you what, that's pretty good, isn't it?
You get a deep, low sort of tone. If it's a bit of gold, I'm probably thinking it's anywhere between 2 and 5 ounce. You know, so which would be pretty good. We'd be pretty excited at that. Well, and that looks pretty firm, Nick.
It is. I'm just...
That bottom looks pretty firm.
If it's a nugget, I just don't want to hit it. So I'm thinking it's still there.
Do you want me to have a crack,
Have a go, mate.
You can just see that's coming off in layers. What that means for us is the old miners haven't been in there.
That's virgin ground.
That's just virgin ground, so we're now getting pretty excited.
That's solid. Absolutely solid.
Gold gets down into that.
We like that. I like it. If it's a decent bit of gold, it'll sit in that for sure. Absolutely. That's just perfect.
I'm even more excited.
Mate, that's down. That is definitely in the bottom. Look at that.
Look, there's a pocket there.
She's still in? She out?
No, she's not out.
Bloody hell. Oh, mate. That, I tell you, that's sounding a bit better than a bloody 5-ouncer, mate. That's just a broad, mellow sound. If it's a nugget, don't hit the bastard. That's virgin ground, so it's going to be gold. Whatever it is, if that's still in there...
How we go with that?
Gee, that's starting to make sense there.
She's hard ground, mate. Don't you club it.
No, mate.
He's starting to move a little bit of dirt a bit quicker. He's got a bit of urgency in his pace.
Far out. Oh, the anticipation.
Oh, mate, I've just seen it. It's gone. Look at that, mate. Look. Look at that. You can just see...
The top of it.
You can just see the top of it.
What is it, 10?
Right here.
Just get it out,
Look at
mate. Just pull it out.
Absolutely.
It's gold.
She's moving.
Oh, okay.
She mightn't be that big.
Okay.
I'm lying.
Oh,
that's a truck, mate. That is a joke, mate. Look at that.
that is...
That is what we're here for, buddy.
That's Charlie's Gully.
Have a look at that.
That is bloody... That is huge.
That's absolutely unbelievable.
That's got to be 3 kilo. That is unbelievable.
Mate, you just... Oh,
look at that.
Get over it.
Have a look at it. That is
What?
a lump. $200,000 nugget.
That's just totally unbelievable.
Look
just
at that.
can't get over it.
Have a look at it.
You never know because you're always expecting that it could be a piece of old time.
That.
But geez, we're pretty keen on that.
Well, guess what? We're in Charlie's Gully.
That's it.
Charlie's Gully. What a beautiful lump, mate.
We're making history.
That is the biggest piece
We're making history. Cannot beat this feeling.
The old timer that dug this hole coming down here, he missed it by 2 feet. I feel privileged to dig this up. And this is why we dig pit after pit after pit. That is just incredible.
After a slow start to their season, Greg and Chris appear to have hit a gold patch.
Oh, you're kidding me. Thought it was in the middle of your coil. With a big chunk there.
Oh, that was bigger. It's like a pointy one.
Yeah. Keep on detecting, that's good work.
While Chris's 1 gram nugget is only a $50 find, the targets continue to scream.
It's nearly out. Ow! Wow! Oh, that's gorgeous. You turn it over, you get this golden surprise. Greg, I got a good one.
You got a good one.
Hold your hand out.
That is a really nice looking nugget, that, eh? Look at that. That's an absolute stunner. Without a word of a lie, that's a jewellery piece.
Once it's cleaned up,
That is gorgeous.
it's going to be beautiful.
I would be wearing that myself.
People are wearing it.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Just under half an ounce, it brings the Gold Gypsies another $700 closer to hitting their $88,000 season target.
I like that.
Well done.
That just capped off a good day.
It has.
Oh, wow. Eh?
I expect them to get bigger now.
Righto.
I'll turn it on.
After a strong start to the week, the gold nuggets became harder to find for the Marnies.
0.04 ounces. Wow.
Oh, well, you did better than I did.
Retirement nugget.
Right, Ty, put yours on.
My big baby.
Big chunk.
Oh,
Jeez, Ty, well done.
1.14 ounces.
Awesome.
Tyler's first nugget is valued just over $1,800.
Righto, and the other one?
My baby. Oh, yeah, 0.19.
Total them up. None on there as well.
Wind doesn't blow it.
Right. 1.37 ounces.
Over $2,100 leaves the Marnies chasing over $55,000 to reach target.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing, but not what we need yet.
No, nowhere
Still
near.
got a fair way to go, so.
What's that, 35 ounces to go?
With the gold getting harder to come by, Ted's considering a new game plan.
You really do need to think outside the box. So for us, that would probably mean pushing out a bit further, out into the Murchison goldfields and somewhere that hopefully not too many people have been.
At least you got a piece you can use for your jewellery tie. That's one good thing.
It's a bonus.
That is a bonus.
Righto.
All right, guys. Good work.
Follow me,
You're up
Ty.
with the gold tie?
Yeah, I got it.
Cheers.
At their Horseshoe Gully lease, Greg and Chris are about to find out how effective the return of their excavator has been.
Well, yeah, there was a few special nuggets in that pile, that's for sure. But now's the telling moment. Right, here we are. We're off. What's it? 0.57 of an ounce. 0.7 ounce. It's 1 ounce. 1.176.
Not likely.
1.3 ounces. 1.73.
It's not too bad, $2.5 grand.
This brings the Gold Gypsies tally to just over $4,600, still a long way short of their $88,000 season target.
Well, the machine's working great.
The machine's working great, and this is the first of the recovery money to come back from the machine. So,
Yeah.
all in all, it's been really, really good. I'm really impressed. I think there's a lot more of this to come from this block.
It's
I
only,
really do.
it's only early days.
I think there's better happy days to come.
I think there's bigger and better ones to come.
I really do.
Watch this space.
All right, Mega, you got the gold.
Mate, I have been waiting for this. All I've done is wash it and get the mud out of it. Out of both of them, so...
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how it just washes up. It doesn't need any acid.
Oh, mate, I am absolutely pumped.
So what do you reckon?
She's got to be a good 2.5 kilo, this one, but that's a couple, I'd say. You do the honours, bud. You do the honours.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit over 2, something like that.
About 2. 2.3.
Yeah.
What I love about this one, I cannot believe it. It's got no rock in it. It is just solid.
Yeah, just a solid lump.
Go for it, mate.
Bloody beautiful.
Just go for it. 79.9. She is a chunk. Just under 2.5 kilo.
The 78-ounce nugget could be worth a lot more if kept intact and sold as a collector piece.
That is incredible. If you melted that into a bar, it's worth $130,000.
Yeah, that's right.
But you're never going to do that.
No.
Because it's got the 3 key things that collectors look for. It's got the purity, look at the colour of it.
Yeah.
It's got the character, and look at the size of it.
Yeah.
I am still very confident it's a $200,000 nugget.
I agree.
Absolutely.
You know what our goal is and our dream.
Absolutely. We want
here.
Yep.
We want the $1 million nugget.
We do. And look, if we can dig those up whilst we're getting down towards the main lead where all the big gold was, what's here? What is here, mate?
The $1 million nugget. Here we come.
That is beautiful. Beautiful.
There you go. Whack them away.
Put them away.
Let's get in and dig some more and hopefully get another one of them or bigger.
Let's do it.